Okay, I'm back, as you can see, once again without Jonathan. We are hoping to get a video out together this weekend, but I just wanted to stop in and throw a couple of quick ideas out there regarding DACA. The first thing is everybody's losing their minds over DACA because there's a time limit now on when this thing is going to expire. It's very important to remember that this was a temporary presidential order written by Barack Obama back in 2012. So it's been on the books for 5 years, but it was always meant to be temporary. By putting a time limit on it, maybe, just maybe, President Trump has put Congress in a position where they're actually going to have to solve this immigration problem, as opposed to just continuing to let these people exist under a temporary executive order, as opposed to actual legislation that protects them for the long term. Second point is it's great. Protest, march, hold candles, hold flowers, do whatever you got to do. That's wonderful. Find out who your representatives in Congress are, in the Senate and in the House, and start a letter writing campaign, start a phone calling campaign, and demand action from Congress. That's what's actually going to solve this problem. DACA, again, was supposed to be temporary. The only way to provide permanent resolution to this issue is through legislative action, through the congressional branch, or through the legislative branch, being Congress. The other issue here is there's 800,000 affected people under this. A lot of these people have lived in the United States their entire lives. Uh, One thing to think about here is that these people would have continued to live in the United States just as they had always done before DACA ever existed. A lot of these people have lived there their entire lives. They don't know their home language. They've never been in their home country. The reason we have the ability to round up these people now is because, and I'm not going to say it was illegal. I'm not a constitutional scholar. I don't know if Obama was okay writing this order. However, had it never been done, these people never would have registered for an act. We wouldn't have their names or any more information on them than we did before. Now there's a database that the government has where we can go out and find these 800,000 people and ship them back to their home countries. Always remember that a power used by the executive branch, whether you believe it's being used for good or bad, that power, once extended to the executive branch, is eventually going to belong to somebody else. Now it's in the hands of President Trump, and are we happy that Obama used this power the way he did? It's certainly an extension of executive power, now that that power resides with someone else. This is the danger of allowing government's power to grow. Um, Excuse me here. The last thing is that the idea that in 6 months we're going to round up 800,000 people who have been living in this country for a long time and have not committed any crimes and haven't done anything wrong is relatively naive. It's just not going to happen. The priority, again, for deportations is always going to be people who've committed crimes in this. That's going to be the top. We're not going to be knocking down doors. I would hope not, anyway, knocking down the doors of 20-year-old college students who've never committed a crime and shipping them back to their country. That's not a priority. So the fear that in 6 months all these people are going to be rounded up and shipped back to their country of origin, I think is a little overblown. But certainly it's a possibility, as stated in my last point, now based on the fact that we have a huge database of these people in existence. So what can we take away from this? Write your congressman, write your congressman, write your senator, get a phone call campaign going, get a letter writing campaign going. You can march and protest, but change happens when they think they're going to lose votes. You have to get these people's attention and force them to take action. The idea that all these people are going to be rounded up in 6 months and shipped back to their countries of origin, I think, is a little overblown and naive. And again, this was always meant to be a temporary action, and it's time for the legislative branch to take permanent action and solve this problem. Thank you all for tuning in, and like I said, hopefully Jonathan and I will be back this weekend, probably to tackle the immigration topic a little bit more in depth. And as always, please take just a minute and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much, and have a great day.